Hello, everyone. How are you today or this evening? How are you feeling? Are you having a great day or did you have a great day? Is the evening calling your name? As I want to say, I just had a blast today. Just was driving, and I love that I can drive on the left side of the road. How about that? I love that I can drive on the right side of the road. I was trained on the right side, but I love that I can drive on the left side of the road. It's pretty cool. The car, sometimes you feel like you go around to the left side, and I'm like, I'm gonna get in. And then you go, oh, nope, gotta get on the right side because I gotta be driving on the left side of the road. And the first time I got to drive on the left side of the road was in Thailand. So I'm excited for that. Go Thailand, go Thailand. Really interesting. So I wanted to talk to you about a couple of things, about my travels, about who I am and what I'm doing. And right now I'm like so excited because I am doing a womb and yoni workshop, and I'm offering and being a pushing the healing for infertility, and also a lingam healing workshop for the men. And I am combining them together, and I got this great team that is looking forward to coming to a city near you. How's that? I would like to get back on the other side of the ocean and go to USA and some of the countries like Florida, California, maybe Arizona, maybe. That's a big maybe. New York, that would have to be during the summertime, and visit some places there, some old stomping ground, and just do some healing, doing the work. Now, when I was abroad, I was really interesting. Before I left in 2012, I published my first book. It's vegan and it tastes good. So I also, at the time, was in this church called the Metaphysical Church, Logos, and it was in Scottsdale, Arizona. And during that time, I flourished a bit. I was making appearances. I wasn't making money. I was on the radio, and I was talking about the vegan diet, the raw vegan diet, and it's a plant-based diet, and getting people on board and telling what to do, and doing the vegan festival, and in Scottsdale, and at the Scottsdale Culinary Festival, and just doing whatever it took to educate people and get the word out about the plant-based diet. Now, what I am going to say, and some might not like that, but that's okay. Raw vegan, and a plant-based diet is not for everyone. I'm going to repeat that again. Vegan, raw vegan, breatharian is not for everyone. It's for some. And that's okay. I decided when I wrote this book, I was also making gluten-free valerian brownies and kava kava cookies. This book was sold at the Happy High Horny Herbs in Tempe, Arizona. And it was a little place what sold herbs, which was really awesome. So I would buy my herbs, because my thing is, if you're in the community and they're buying something from you, buy something from them. And I sold my valerian brownies there. I sold my kava cookies there. And my book was there, so you could get it. So I would come there and you could buy that, and I can educate you some more. And at the time, I met my best friend. And believe it or not, it was a dude. Got along with the dudes. Always been dudes. Dudes always been my best friend. Only later in life did I learned to have female friends. but we became best friends. It was so cool that he could read my mind or finish a sentence or something, I should say, which is cool. And we had a lot in common, personalities and temperament as well, and protection, being very protective of one another, and sensory of knowing something's wrong with one another as well, but it's all good. So I made that friendship, and I traveled around, and I moved to Hawaii, and then when I got to Hawaii I sold raw chocolates at the Island Natural Store in Kona. Then I didn't talk about my book. Forgot about it. And didn't really think that much. But I was also teaching. I taught at Unuvini apartments for low income and all of the things that they have a meeting at 7 o'clock that was required for them to go every single night. So one particular Tuesday I was there and I got to teach them to take some Hawaiian dishes and make them much healthier versus the traditional versus the healthier version, which was wonderful because I got to do this and it was exciting to me. So with that being said, that was exciting. And you can find that video on YouTube. I'm in a lime green Chef Alfred, which says Veggies Become You, and Chef Ceci. But I'm Dr. Cesily Deangelo now. Now, let's talk about manifestation. A lot of us say that we want to manifest things in our life, and then we get stuck. So in my book, Manifestation, I wonder if you can see it. I don't know. Okay, Manifestation Workbook. This book gives you treatments, mind treatments, exercise, and assignments. This is not a book that you're going to finish. These are question type. This is a textbook. This is learning. And what I suggest people when they buy this book is that you keep a piece of paper, because every time you go through this book, you just don't do this book one time. Every time you go through this book, your answers are going to change. You're going to get a new way of looking at things and new improvement. So I've had some people do some testimonies for me when I wrote the book because they were my guinea pigs and didn't know it. How cool is that? So I want to talk about my next book. I wrote this book first, and then I moved on to this book while I was in Thailand. Thailand. I wrote 2 books in 1 week. And this is called Alchemist Culinary for Healing. Alchemist in the Making. This is you. You are the alchemist. You control your world with the alchemy around you. You can turn anything into gold. I mean, in your life, what you manifest, what you bring, you can bring success. And I'm going to share a part with you of how I've come so far and why I've always had the strength to actually go beyond. Which is so nice because I've always been blessed, right? I felt, or taken care of. And that's because of my attitude. I see what I want and I go get it. And I said, you know what? I got frustrated. In a while, I was like, I don't want to be in the USA. And they said, the only person stopping you is you. And at the time, I was so boggled down in mourning and upset and the whys and the woes of the world, that I really wasn't even present, that some of my friends around me didn't recognize me. They were saying, Ceci, you're saying, I said, I can. And a friend of mine said, you know what? I don't want to hear you say that again. I've heard that, but that's not the Ceci I know. And I was trying to find, is like, I just can't find it. All I can do is cry, cry, and cry. And in a way they understood, and I just said, I can't be here. I can't be in the United States. I went and someone offered me an opportunity to go to another state. And I'm thinking, oh, this is what I need. This is my calling. I'm going to go there and it's going to be successful and blah, 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 blah. That is not what happened. So I packed up everything and I moved. And my son said, you know what, Mom, you're going to do this again. How many times are we going to move? And I just said, you can stay behind and I'll just go. So I got to that state and things were not working out and it just kept moving and moving. And I sat still for a minute and said, okay, I keep running into this block. I'm not happy. And I want to travel. But what's stopping me from traveling? And again, I said, finances. Finances. I said, that's really not a block. If you really want to do something, you can make it happen. So I was looking on the internet. I was doing Skyscanner, TravelVelocity.com, cheap air. And I happened to make friends with, I call her Mama Bear now. She's in Koh Samui. That told me about Thailand and things, and we had talked, and I said I wanted to go there. And she invited me. She's like, come on, do this, do that, da, da, da. You can get here. She had faith I was going to get there. So I'm like, this is going to be amazing. So I'm like, all right, no problem. So what I do is I sell everything. I buy myself a ticket. I buy my son a ticket. I give away stuff. I gave it to Room to Grow. Gave some to Tulsa. Gave it to some, all these different people. Just boom, boom, boom. Just nothing, because I didn't want any strings or attachments to block me from going. And I just said one day, I'm going to Thailand. And I told them. They're like, what? 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 You'll be back. You'll be back. I'm like, no, I'm not going to come back. I'm going to travel around. Then somebody asked, you win the lottery or something? I'm like, nope, I ain't win the lottery. But I'm going. And I told them. And I had said, and then someone said, you had said this part of the month that you was going to be going somewhere. And I was like, I did? Didn't realize I spoke into being where I wanted to be, which I knew all along. But I got to go. I left 2 months later. 2 months later. Packed everything up, got on the airplane, rode to the plane, got on the plane with my stuff and my son's stuff, and he was like, Don, I'm doing this. And I did it. And I took a picture with my do-rag on and my mud cloth skirt, and I was just like, okay, this is the life for me. And I was just relaxing. And just did it. And then went to Laos, went to Malaysia, went to what else? Laos, Malaysia, Philippines, Korea, and Vietnam. All those places. Which is amazing, right? Like, little girl like me, thinking, nah. But in the meantime, I wrote these 2 wonderful books while I was living in Thailand and going back and forth and traveling. And while I was in Thailand, I was on TV. And while I was in Philippines, I got to do some pranic healing. And I got to do some color therapy in Cebu. So, I mean, I got to work while I was abroad. I couldn't really get paid, but what I got was enough for me to survive there in the Philippines, which made me so ecstatically happy. I was totally blessed. Um, I didn't know whether I was coming or going, which is a blessing because I got to see stuff. And I was able to have a ball. I learned different things about traveling. Love Thai Air. Don't like Tiger Air. They suck. They cost me $1,000. So they totally suck. And getting your money back. And the buddy person that had them book a buddy, I don't like them either. Because they don't listen and they're liars. That's your FYI. Be careful when they say budget, because if you switch or whatever and you call them, a lot of those airlines between them, I couldn't get my money back, so I lost $1,100, and I said that'll never happen to me again. I'll never let that happen to me where I'm not informed, and I will listen. And I tried to get off my credit card. They told me, oh, don't worry about it. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. And I went back and forth. And I said, I called you from day one. And I told you what went on. And you said it was okay. And whatever. But it was a costly lesson. But it's okay. I learned from it. I wanted to go to India. And I did not wind up going to India because I got scared because I listened to somebody else. And they told me the wrong information. And then someone told me, yo, you could have got a visa. You could have got a visa for longer than that. 6 months. Come in here, do this and that paperwork. I was like, what? Then I met this gentleman here and told me, you could have got a visa from your own country for 10 years. But you got to go for 6 to 90 days. You got to plan it. So if you want to do something, do it 90 days and look for ticket. And I was like, this is just crazy. So I learned different ways to travel, so that was the blessing. I learned different things. I learned what I actually like. And I learned to be a force of my own. And that I don't let someone tell me what they think I should be or do. I tell them who I am and what I will do. Because that is who I am. So I learned a lot on my self-discovery of taking time for myself and healing and going to the bin bangs and the bath houses and the healings and doing the Thai massage and the domino massages and getting the oil done and the oil treatment and the different colonics and the acupuncture and the acupressure, and getting all of this done was like totally amazing. And it wasn't a lot of money. And learning yoga and feeling out the balance of my body and watching it strengthen day by day by walking. And watching myself where I could barely walk on the beach in the sand to where now I can actually walk in the sand, walk in the water without any assistance and not falling. That is awesome. Actually play in the water if I want. That is awesome. So I'm telling you, anything that you want to do, you can do. Do not let anybody stop you. You can be unstoppable. Feel me? Understand me? Listen. You can be unstoppable. The sky and beyond the universe is your limit. And that's because you have limited yourself to the only way you can limit yourself is to stop yourself. But if you want to go beyond, you'll find a way. You'll be creative. Sometimes you can't be in the box. You got to go outside the box to get what you want. And that's okay. Sometimes the connections you wouldn't think of, you make. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, ooh-wee, ooh-wee. Amazing. You want to say it again? Amazing. You are what you want to be because you are the tree that bees everything to you and me. I am strong because I stand. I stand tall because I am strong. I have a voice. It booms like a bomb with explosion and energy. That is me. I stand strong and tall because I am stronger, stronger than a tree. I reach here on the earth, in the ground where my roots grow. And if I choose to let them loose, I can go, go, go. So where do I want to be? I want to be everywhere that my spirit chooses to see. So here I stand. My spirit goes and comes and bring me here to fro. My spirit comes here to fro because I am strong as a tree in anything that I want to be. That is me, Dr. Cesily. I want to say good night, everybody. I just thought that was just, I don't know what's come over me, but I'm loving it. So don't let anybody stop you from doing what you want to do. If you got to cut those strings, cut those people, be gone, damaged leaves. Be gone, be gone, be gone. Weed them out like weeds. Sometimes you need the weeds to grow, but weed them out, and let them be. That's from me to you. Have a blessing. I am Dr. Cesily Deangelo, or I should say Cesily Deangelo. It's been a blessing. Night all.